Maria Santos woke up at 6 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. She lay still for a moment, staring at the ceiling of her small apartment. The room was quiet except for the sound of rain against the window. Today was not a normal day. Today was the day of her job interview at Bright Ideas, one of the most respected marketing companies in the city. She had been preparing for this moment for 3 weeks. She had practiced her answers in front of the mirror. She had asked her friend to do a practice interview with her over video call. She had read articles about the company, studied their website, and memorized the names of their most famous campaigns. And yet, lying there in the gray morning light, she felt something she had not expected. Pure, cold fear. Maria sat up and swung her legs over the side of the bed. She reminded herself of something her mother used to say. Feeling nervous is not a sign that something is going wrong. It is a sign that something matters to you. This interview mattered to her enormously. She had spent 2 years working at a small advertising agency after finishing her marketing degree. The work was good, and she had learned a great deal, but the company was tiny, just 12 people in a single office, and she had gone as far as she could go there. Bright Ideas had 60 employees, major national clients, and a reputation for developing young talent. It was exactly the kind of place where she wanted to build her career. She made coffee and sat at her kitchen table with her notebook. She had written down 10 questions that she expected the interviewer to ask, along with her prepared answers. She read through them slowly, speaking the words quietly to herself. Tell me about yourself. What are your greatest strengths? What is your biggest weakness? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Why do you want to work here? She had a clear, honest answer for every one of them. Reading them again now, she felt her confidence beginning to return, slowly, like sunlight after rain. She chose her outfit carefully, a navy blue blazer, a white blouse, and dark trousers. Professional, but not too stiff. She wanted to look like someone who took things seriously, but was also approachable. She left her apartment at 8:15 for a 10 o'clock interview, taking the subway and arriving downtown 45 minutes early. She found a small coffee shop 2 streets away from the Bright Ideas building, ordered a glass of water, and sat quietly. She did not look at her phone. She simply breathed and watched the city wake up around her. At 9:50, she walked to the building. The lobby was large and bright, with floor-to-ceiling windows and modern furniture. A young man at the reception desk smiled at her. "Good morning, how can I help you?" Maria smiled back. "Good morning. My name is Maria Santos. I have a 10 o'clock interview with Sarah Chen." He checked his computer. "Of course. Please take a seat, and I will let her know you are here." Maria sat and placed her hands in her lap. She noticed that her fingers were cold. She pressed them together gently and took a slow breath. Sarah Chen arrived 2 minutes before 10. She was a woman in her early 40s, with short dark hair and warm eyes. She extended her hand, and Maria shook it firmly. "Maria, welcome. I'm Sarah, the head of people here at Bright Ideas. It's great to meet you. Please follow me." They took the lift to the 4th floor and walked into a glass-walled meeting room with a view of the city skyline. There was a small table, 2 chairs, and a jug of water. Maria appreciated the simplicity. It felt more like a conversation than an interrogation. "Let's start simply," said Sarah, settling into her seat and opening a folder. "Can you tell me a little about yourself and what has brought you to this point in your career?" Maria had prepared a 2-minute answer for this. She did not rush it. "Of course," she said. "My name is Maria Santos, and I am originally from Porto, in Portugal. I moved here 6 years ago to study, and I completed a degree in marketing at City College, graduating 3 years ago. Since then, I have been working as a junior account manager at a small advertising agency called Spark Creative, where I manage social media campaigns for 3 of our clients, coordinate with designers and copywriters, and produce monthly performance reports." She paused for a moment. "I have learned a great deal in that role, and I am proud of what I have contributed. But I am ready for a bigger challenge, which is why I am here today." Sarah nodded and wrote something in her notepad. "That is a nice summary. I noticed on your CV that you led a social media campaign for a local restaurant group last year that increased their online following by 40% in 3 months. Can you walk me through what you did there? Maria felt herself relax slightly. This was a question she loved. Yes, absolutely, she said. When I joined that account, their social media presence was inconsistent. They were posting once or twice a week with no real strategy. My first step was to create a content calendar so that every platform had a clear posting schedule. She explained the process step by step: research, planning, content creation, community management, and analysis. Sarah listened carefully and asked 2 follow-up questions. Maria answered both without hesitation. Then came the question she had been both dreading and preparing for. What would you say is your greatest weakness? Sarah asked. And I want you to be honest. This is not a trick. I genuinely want to understand where you feel you still have room to grow. Maria looked at her directly. I think my biggest challenge has been learning to let go of perfectionism, she said. In my early career, I would sometimes spend too long on a piece of work, trying to make it completely perfect, when a strong, timely result would have been more useful to the client or the team. I have been very aware of this, and over the past year I have been working on it by setting internal deadlines that are 1 day before the actual deadline, which forces me to complete and submit work on time rather than continuing to refine it. She smiled slightly. It is still something I have to manage consciously, but I think it has made me both a better marketer and a better team member. Sarah smiled. That is a really thoughtful answer. I appreciate the self-awareness, and especially the fact that you have a practical strategy for it. She asked several more questions over the next 20 minutes. About how Maria handled difficult feedback, about a time she had disagreed with a colleague and how she resolved it, about her experience with data analytics tools, and about her familiarity with different advertising platforms. Maria answered each one calmly, using specific examples from her work. She was careful never to speak badly about her current employer or her colleagues, even when asked about difficult situations. Near the end of the interview, Sarah put down her pen. Before I wrap up, is there anything you would like to ask me? Maria had prepared 3 questions and had decided in advance to ask 2 of them, depending on how the conversation went. Yes, I have 2 questions, if that is all right, she said. The first is about the team I would be joining. Could you tell me a little about the culture and how the marketing team tends to work together? Sarah's face lit up as she described the team. Collaborative, fast-moving, supportive of creative ideas, with weekly check-ins and quarterly reviews. Then Maria asked her second question. What does career development look like for someone in this role? Are there opportunities to grow into more senior positions over time? Sarah nodded enthusiastically. Absolutely. We have a very strong internal development program. 2 of our current senior account managers started in exactly the role we are interviewing for. They stood up, and Sarah walked Maria back to the lift. Thank you so much for coming in today, Maria. We are interviewing a few more candidates this week, and we aim to make a decision by Friday. You will hear from us either way. They shook hands again. Thank you for your time, said Maria. I have really enjoyed this conversation, and I would love the opportunity to join your team. She walked out of the building into the cool morning air and stood on the pavement for a moment. She had done everything she had prepared. She had been honest, specific, and calm. She had asked good questions. She had represented herself well. The call came on Friday afternoon, just before 4 o'clock. Maria saw the number, and her heart jumped. She answered immediately. Hello. Maria, it's Sarah Chen from Bright Ideas. I am calling with some very good news. We were very impressed with your interview, and we would love to offer you the position of account executive starting the 1st of next month. Maria closed her eyes for a moment. She felt a wave of relief and joy, so strong that it almost took her breath away. Thank you so much, Sarah, she said, keeping her voice steady. I am absolutely delighted to accept. I look forward to joining the team. She hung up the phone sat down on her kitchen chair, and allowed herself to smile as wide as she possibly could. That evening, she called her mother. "I got the job," she said. Her mother laughed and cried at the same time, the way only mothers can. Later, lying in bed, Maria thought about all the interviews she had heard about where candidates went in without preparation and came out wondering what had gone wrong. The preparation was not magic. It did not guarantee success, but it gave her the ability to walk into that room as herself, informed, confident, and ready. And that, in the end, had made all the difference. If you found this useful, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss our next video, and don't forget to share.